Hey, welcome back guys to part 19 of my Platinum Guide for Lords of the Fallen. We should be here in Pilgrim's Perch. This is the vestige of Blind Gather. I'm just going to greet you by giving my Bucket Lord salute. Always a nice way to begin the videos. So I'm just going to head forwards. Here is a lamp bearer. Of course they're a bit random, but like I was saying in the first part for the New Game Plus, part 18, whenever you see any of these, try to avenge them guys for the extra plucked eyeballs. Because you can swap them for, well, exchange them in a shrine near Mulhu for Umbral Scourings in case we get a bit low near the end. Anyway, make sure you're in Umbral and then jump down here. You need to go in Umbral to make the water disappear. I'm just attacking a few enemies to get my health back. And I'm just going to follow this path. Yeah, so part 19, when we finish this video, we're going to be in lower calrath. So already we are going a lot faster than what we went in New Game, just because we're avoiding anything which isn't necessary. To compare it, in New Game, we started in Lower Calrath in Part 5. And in this New Game Plus, we're going to be starting there in kind of Part 3. So doing a lot quicker. Right, so come out here guys. Use the FG if you can to go back to Axiom. If not, don't worry about it because you need to be in Umbral for a moment anyway. And you will come down here, get Stigma. Stigma number 7, that's Umbral Scouring. You'll get 2 from that. Come up here and grab the Hallowed Sentinel Scripture. I believe we give them to Exacta Dunmire. I won't be doing so, but I'm going to get a few of his items along the way. But any which are too far out of the way, I'm not going to get. But I might mention them to you. So you're going to drop down here next, down here, and then climb down the side there. Be careful, because that Ardent Penitent over there with the spiked helmet might be a bit closer to the ladder. So just be careful. Yeah, come down here. Now, once you get here, you need to be in Umbral. Otherwise, this floor I'm about to land on will not be here, and you'll just fall to your death. Like happened to me a few times. So yeah, make sure you're in Umbral, come down here. I just got the Umbral Scouring from that Stigma earlier. Yeah, Soulflay that belly to get Bowl of Revelations and Umbral Scouring ×2. That Bowl of Revelations is very important. With that, you give it to Mulhu, and that allows you to exchange remembrances with Mulhu and purchase boss weapons or equipment. Yeah, you need the Bowl of Revelations before you get the option to do that. Come up here next, across here, and use this FG to go back to Axiom. Try to remember where all these FGs are. Yeah, then kick down this shortcut bridge. I mean, I will be showing it to you, but when we do all the New Game Plus trophies, well, sorry, the DLC trophies, them FGs are going to come in very, very useful. Make way down here next. Roll off to the left, or go down the ladder. Now, just be careful with this guy. You can try to knock him off the side. I was trying to soulflay him off the side, but I kept messing him up. Yeah, I don't think it's soulflay him at a diagonal angle. I'm not sure if it's just left or right. It's been a while since I've tried to do that. But it should go down pretty easy at this point. Yeah, because it's a good idea to get rid of him. Otherwise he might charge at you and knock you off one of these narrow platforms. But once you're safe to do so, make sure you're in Umbral. And you want to come up here and soulflay that vine. Because there's an Umbral entity blocking the path ahead. So you get that vine, that's vine number 1. Come down these Umbral path next. Yeah, make sure you get your withered health back. Always get withered health back, guys, when you go into Umbral. Try to make that like a priority as soon as you change. I mean, if you're in a bit of a tricky area, maybe move somewhere a bit safer before you do it. But when you go into Umbral, you should have your 8 seconds of invincibility anyway. So yeah, you've got a second vine there. Make sure you soulflay that belly and pick up the Book of Sin. That's another item you can give to Exacta Dunmire if you want to do this quest. And we've got one more vine to do, and you'll see the Umbral entity just on your left. There it is, just going past it. Yeah, so there's your third one. Pop that, and then the door should open. So while you're waiting, you can just kill these 2 enemies if you want. So it's going to take about 10 seconds before the Umbral entity disperses. Yeah, once it's gone, you just have to soulflay that door to make it open. Right, once you've done that, head inside. We'll be unlocking the blacksmith soon, guys. Oh, another lamp bearer already. I think I'll get 3 of them in this playthrough, actually. Sorry, this video. 3 or 4. And I don't know why, but people keep getting killed by mega easy enemies. I guess they're probably on their first playthrough. Yeah, I hope so. I hope it's because they're on their first playthrough. Otherwise, they're really bad at this game. Yeah, so come down here next, and you want to kill this guy with the shield. I forget the name of that enemy, but he will drop a key. So kill him, and then pick up the prison cell key. Use CFG to go into action because we're going to be going straight to the boss. Yeah, then come over here and talk to the blacksmith girl and give him the cell key when he asks. Watch out for that dog on the left, you might want to kill him first. So yeah, talk to him, hand over the prison cell key. And in New Game Plus we actually quit and then reload at this point because it makes him disappear and an item spawn in his cell. But we don't really need it now. So we're going to talk to him, hand over the key, finish his dialogue, and then he will transport to Skyrest later. Then climb this ladder, trigger the lift, then quickly get off so it's been activated. There you go. That'll take you up to the vestige of Blind Gather. If you need to rest, guys, just follow that lift up, use the vestige, and then come back down. And then drop down this ladder and pull this lever. Yeah, because Damaros is down there, and Damaros never sends the elevator up. But funnily enough, bit of trivia, I think the story behind it is the elevator's down the bottom because Damaros has taken it down. But if you don't trigger Damaros to move to the spot because you didn't talk to her back in Pilgrim's Perch, the elevator is still in the bottom position. So, bit of an oversight there, if that's the intention behind it being at the bottom. But she should be down here. If Damaros isn't down here, you need to go back to Pilgrim's Perch, just near where Bucket Lord was, and talk with her. Because you need to advance her quest. Yeah, you want to exhaust all her dialogue here, so that she moves ahead. Yeah, so just exhaust the dialogue, no need to buy anything. She's only got 3 items, and we already have them. Right, and get ready to chase a boss again. We fight 4 bosses in this video, by the way. Yep, 4 bosses. Only one of them is a major boss, though. Right, so I'm just going to use my buffs. I'm going to come and say hello to the boss. I'm going to introduce the boss to my Pieta swords. Very, very quick introduction that was. Bucket Lord didn't even get a chance to spawn in. I think he had to jump down, then he literally jumped straight back out again. Yeah, remember, do not pick up the Bucket Lord's item. Leave it there. Because if you get more than 4 at once, will no longer spawn. He'll actually spawn, but it will help the boss instead of you. So trigger the save point, the vestige of Olorin. And I'm going to level up my Radiance. I'm going to get Radiance to 50 next, and then I think I'm going to do Endurance to 30, guys. And then we'll probably work on Vitality. Yeah, so level up, use all your echoes. Right, and come down into Forsaken Fen. Talk to Thiek here. Exhaust his dialogue. Yeah, just go through all this dialogue to make you move on. Right, and get ready to use all your buffs. Use all your buffs before you get to the hole, otherwise that archer at the back might start shooting you. So get your buffs ready. Make sure you're using a mana stone. Right, and then just jump off a cliff. Hopefully remember, it's safe to do this. Right, and you'll come across this lovely abomination. So it'll die really quick. I've got the moth ring equipped, by the way. You could equip that ring which increases your damage when you two-handing a weapon, and then quickly equip the moth ring once you kill the boss and before you get the echo rewards. But you're doing enough damage to kill him pretty quickly, so I've just got the moth ring equipped by default. And probably when things start getting a bit harder near the end of the game, then maybe I'll go back to equipping that ring during fights and then quickly change it back to the moth ring. So once you killed it, yeah, that's another very quick boss fight. Just get that stigma. You're going to Umbral, guys, and get that stigma before you leave the boss arena. Then come down here. Oh, look, another lamp bearer. Yes, that's the 3rd one I've got already in like 9 minutes. So in a second, I should get the Umbral Scouring and the Remembrance. There we go. Umbral Scouring ×2 and Remembrance of the Congregator of Flesh. And yes, somebody got killed by a sleeping enemy. Yeah, this guy here is just having a nap. Somehow he killed somebody. There we go. There's my 3 plucked eyeballs. And I'm going to warp this rest at the save point, guys. Vestige of Valadi. So I'm just going to rest up. And then upgrade my character. So, like I say, once I get to Radiance 50, then I'm going to go into Endurance, take that to 30. Then I might take Vitality to 40. And then back to Radiance. Right, so once you're ready to move on, up here, and this is that poison swamp area, by the way, and there's a lot of deep water around, so be very, very careful. The water will disappear when you go to Umbral, but you can easily run into it by mistake on Axiom and not realise how deep it is and kill yourself. And there's a lot of enemies lobbing poison projectiles at you, so be careful. Now you want to come along this log. Yeah, go past him. You can kill him if you want to. So he's going to be a bit of a nuisance soon anyway. Yeah, knock down the shortcut ladder. Open the shortcut gate. This shortcut gate will take you back to that vestige we just unlocked. That's it, just give it a gentle push. That's all you needed to do. I guess it's just a bit jammed from the other side. And then go into Umbral and it will make a ladder appear here. Yeah, I'm just going to get rid of these enemies and get my withered health back. So yeah, go into Umbral and then climb this ladder. Right, we're going to run to the end. All we've come up here for is for 2 Umbral scouring. There's quite a few items here, but yeah, all you need is the Umbral scouring. There is a pumpkin stigma there, but unfortunately we can't get a pumpkin stigma until we've beat up the Hushed Saint boss. Yeah, pumpkin stigmas, they don't appear, you know, the pumpkin DLC, until you've beat the Hushed Saint boss. But we will be getting them because they give you 2 each, and I think the pumpkin guy, the boss, gives you about 8. I think it was. Yeah, so you make way to the end of this valley, and right at the end you'll find a stigma. Yep, so get the stigma, guys. Yep, you can kick down the shortcut ladder. And then roll down. There's my Umbral scouring. Rest at the save point if you want to. But the thing is, it's going to respawn all these enemies you just killed. I have no idea what's happened to him. He's kind of suspended in thin air. And we're going to drop down. Careful dropping down if you're not in Umbral, like I say, because the water might be too deep. And you want to come in here. Now in here is a petrified Congregator. Be careful you do not damage us. You want to make sure there's no enemies nearby when you do this. You do not want an enemy attacking you by mistake. And you want to use an Empyrean grenade. Yes, so throwable. Equip your right hand. Hopefully it's not sticky. And equip a Empyrean grenade and lob it at her. Basically what that'll do, that'll cure her status effect, which is petrify. And it'll free her. Remember, throw an Empyrean grenade. And make sure no enemies follow you in. Exhaust all her dialogue. We don't need to complete a quest anymore because we've already done that, but we need to trigger it as a boss fight later. And you need to progress a quest a little bit in order to do that. So yeah, exhaust the dialogue. And once you've done so, that's all we need to do. Then later on, she will move on to Skyrest and we'll pop out there to say hello and exchange a few words. So yeah, exhaust the dialogue. Once you're done, come across this bridge, use the FG. Of course, you're taking a bit of a different route to what we took in New Game because we're not collecting everything. So yeah, that's why we get through areas much, much quicker. Yeah, so come through here. Then you want to go left. Follow the torches, pretty much. Yeah, through here next. And deep water here. So you're going to have to go into Umbral. That's it, to make all the water disappear. Holding out your lamp doesn't work. I've tried. Yeah, try walking into water with your lamp out. It doesn't work. You just die. Yeah, you want to come around here. Just be careful with that enemy on the 4 stilts, on the power risers, because he will lob poison projectiles at you. And you want to come up here. You want to soul flay that ledge, pull it down to you, and then you want to soul flay this vine. What I try to do is once you pop this vine, hide around here so that this is going to protect you from that enemy lobbing poison projectiles at you. And wait about 10 seconds. You see that Umbral entity in the back? Yeah, wait about 10 seconds, then make your way out. Then hopefully by the time you get there, it's gone. Just like this. And you come in here, take the middle path. Beneath that little bridge. And then keep to the right. And eventually you'll come to a hill. And then up this hill we're going to go left. Now if you go right here and take the about 2 o'clock path. Yeah, like northeast path from where we came up. It leads to a shortcut. You might want to unlock that ready for later. I'm just going to leave it for now. I'm probably not going to need it anyway. But shortcut's there if you need it. Just in case. And then come up here, guys. Quickly put a C down. And then rest. Yeah, quickly put a C down. This is the last spot before the boss. Yeah, lob down the seed. And then rest up. And what we're going to do is we're going to warp to Skyrest. Congregator won't appear yet until we've exhausted all her dialogue in Skyrest. So we're going to have to make a trip back and going to have to go and talk to her. Here she is. Yeah, so exchange all her dialogue. Don't worry, we're not going to be using her in any fights. I know she is a bit of a rip-off for the amount of money she charges and the effectiveness she is in a boss fight. Yeah, she's way overpriced. So exhaust all her dialogue and then come back to Skyrest and walk back to your seedling. Yeah, walk back to that seed you just put down after exhausting all her dialogue. And next up is we're going to die to the boss to make all the summons appear. Yeah, if you got Iron Man active, by the way, all the summons are there by default. They've actually foreseen this, and rather because you can't die in Iron Man, so you can't make all the summons appear. So to circumvent that, they've luckily put all the summons there by default. But on any other playthrough, you still have to die once. So just die once. As soon as you spawn in, go into Umbral so you die quicker. And then once you respawn, you're going to go to Congregator, you're going to beckon her, and then you're going to enter the boss fight, guys. Use all your buffs before you begin the boss fight. And if you remember from new game, as soon as you start the fight, hold out your lamp and do siphon. And basically the boss will start sprinting at you always to begin with. And always to begin as well. There's always one of them blue, whatever you call it, thingamajigs in front of you. And if you hold out your lamp and siphon straight away, it will explode. And by the time the boss gets close, it will hit him and it will knock him off his horse. That pretty much always works for me. So to use all your buffs, make sure you summoned Congregator. I just did that. And then once you're ready to go, guys, head through the boss fog. Yeah, so there you go. Hold out your lamp and siphon. There you go. That's already knocked him off his horse. Right, and then just go to town on the boss. Congregator won't really do much. All that Congregator is good for is she's a bit of a meat shield. She's a good distraction. Pretty much she's the decoy. She's the decoy of the game. So, I don't know. £3,000 for a human decoy? Maybe not too bad. Or 3,000 echoes. Probably not too bad. I guess actually looking at it, we're paying her to basically bait the boss. So maybe it is worth it. It's quite a dangerous thing to do. He dies pretty fast. There you go. Dead already. That's it. So what I was going to do is quickly change my ring, but I've already got the moth ring equipped. And by the way, you get more time on remembrance bosses than what you do on mini bosses to change rings before you get the rewards. On mini bosses, you want to have the ring equipped going in. Otherwise, you will not change it in time. And once you beat him, you get the 8 Umbral Scourings. You get obviously a Congregator invoice. And then you want to make sure you're in Umbral, guys, and get that stigma. Yeah, do not do anything to the beacon. Leave the beacon alone. We are going to be touching them, but it'll be a bit later when we make a safe backup. And like I say, pop that stigma. That'll give you the remembrance of the Hushed Saint. And it'll also get you 2 Umbral Scouring. Then stay in Umbral, come up here, and there'll be another stigma. Yep, this one just around the corner.
Hello, little friend. Do you want to play? I know some fun games.
That's it. Once you've got that stigma, come down here and speak to Thika. Exhaust all his dialogue. And before you use this vestige, make sure you've got the Umbral Scouring reward from that stigma. So I'm just going to activate it. I'm not going to rest yet, but activating it will not do anything. And there we go. I just got the Umbral Scouring. So now I'm going to rest to get obviously all my consumables back and go to Axiom. And then once you're ready to do so, come over here. Once you get to the water, go into Umbral to make it disappear. Yep, and then just come out the other side, come around the corner and kick down the bridge. And that's all we've got to do in this very brief area after the boss. Right, make our way through here next. I'm just going to stay in Umbral for now. You need to be in Umbral soon anyway for a stigma. Yes, follow the cave through the Umbral gate at the end. If you're in Axiom, you've got to hold out your lamp to get through that gate. Well, I was going to attack this dog to get my health back. We've got to talk to Damaros in a second, and a lot of these enemies will follow you anyway. So you'll find a lot of these enemies you're going to have to kill them in a minute. So you might try to kill some of them now. Any enemies you pass pretty much along this outer path. Yeah, so you see Damaros over here in Fitzroy's gorge. There she is. So exhaust all her dialogue. Yeah, like I say, some enemies will be following you, so just be careful. Yeah, so exhaust all her dialogue. There we go. That's all you need to do. Right, once you've done so, come down here and there's a stigma falling off the cliff. So use that stigma. That's it. And then once you've triggered it, just make your way to the next area. Careful along here because there's an archer and dogs rushing at you. Yeah, through this Umbral gate. If you're in Axiom, you'll have to use your lamp, but you're in Umbral anyway for getting that stigma. Right, and do not collect any items here. You can do, but one of them is going to be a mimic. You know the item which is like wiggling around the line. That's a mimic. Just remember them. You have to soul flay them if you want to get that, and it can spawn. There it is. It's just on the left. Did you see it? The item's wiggling around. And when you come down here, be careful, because that gargoyle will kind of torpedo down to you from a ceiling ahead. Yeah, when it comes to mimics, they're kind of always in a random spot around that area. And then talk to Druston here. I'm not going to do this quest, but I think somebody did mention me in the comments that they missed his quest line, so I'm just going to mention his quest as we go. So yeah, exhaust his dialogue if you want to do Druston's quest still. And then come down here, guys, and grab the cracked rune tablet. You give that to the blacksmith, and then with that you'll be able to socket one rune. Yeah, in order to socket all 3 runes again, you're going to have to find all 3 tablets for doing that. Right, and once you get down here, get all your buffs ready, because we're about to trigger a boss fight. Very, very easy boss fight. It's a mini boss. So bucket will just spawn in. We'll probably spawn in, say hello, and then we'll despawn. Yeah, so once you're ready to go, charge at the boss. Just charge at each other. Don't chicken out. That's it, run straight at him. Oh, I chickened out, didn't I? Yeah, and if you've got them Umbral eyes, which I have, look at that. Killed him mega quick. He didn't even know what hit him. Yeah, so once you killed him, come around the back here and pop that Sulfate Vine. That's it, to remove the Umbral entity. All we're doing now is we're going to be making our way to a save point to trigger it. But we're going to put a seed in here, because we're going to walk back here soon. So put a seed in that flower bed. Right, and then jump down here. Now you've popped the vine. Carefully make your way along these Umbral platforms. Pull that Umbral lift across to you, and use it to get back across over there. And then once you get on that big island with all the enemy eggs and whatnot, there'll be loads of them enemies here. So kill them all before you try to do anything else. Yeah, there'll be tons of them. Right, and then once you're safe to do so, sulfate that fine. Otherwise you'll not be able to climb the ladder up ahead. Right, and once you're safe to do so, pull that bridge across to you. And yep, the ladder's gone now. Yeah, make your way across a bridge and then up the ladder. Yeah, we need to come back to this vestige a few times, because this is where Damaros is going to be. And you're going to have to come back here to give her her items later on in order for quests. So down here, go right, and first we'll knock down this shortcut ladder, just in case. Yeah, so knock that down, because it's a long way back around if you don't have that ladder available. And then we're going to come to this hill, we're going to activate a save point. This is the vestige of Betrayed Iliad, if I remember. And then once you've triggered it, we're going to walk back to the seat. That puts back that fight, that boss fight we just killed, the Ruiner. ready for the next few actions. So yeah, trigger this vestige. And then warp. Not really any need to rest, because when you warp, you kind of rest anyway. Yep, so warp to the seed. We'll upgrade your character first if you want to. So I'm going to get Radiance to 50. And now, yeah, I believe I'm going to start leveling Endurance. Yep, there we go. The higher your levels get, the less it increases your stats. That's why I'm only pushing Radiance to 50 for now. Yeah, because you'll find once you get past 50, you only get like an extra 2 damage per level. Right, once you spawn back in, make your way down here. Be very, very careful here. There'll be an enemy near that tower up ahead shooting you with flamed bolts, which can do a lot of damage. He'll also be lobbing bombs at you. Be careful. So go to Umbral here, and first you want to kill this Reaper. Yeah, so kill him first. That's it. Once dead, come over here, sulfate that ledge, that lift. Yeah, so I'm trying to hide behind here, because over there you can just see him. Once you get on this lift, he's going to start lobbing things at you, and these do a lot of damage. Yeah, there he is. I think he hits me with one of them. Yeah, so be careful. And then once you get to the other end, drop down here, attack on your way down to kill that Reaper in one hit. And you want to use this FG. We're coming all the way along here, guys, just to get a stigma. So use the FG to go back to Axiom. You have to kill any nearby enemies first. And then come back in the tower, and you want to go right. You have to go into Axiom for this bit, otherwise there'll be a small wall blocking your way up. Yeah, up the stairs. I think it spawns just there. So come all the way up and watch out for the opening on the right at the top. This one here. Go on the outside catwalk, follow it around, and then climb a ladder. Right, carefully make your way across there. Up this second ladder. And at the top will be the vestige. Sorry, this stigma. So yeah, you have to go into Umbral at the top. So be careful on your way back down. You have no lifeline now, because you're in Umbral. If you fall to your death, it's going to be a true death. So be very careful on your way down. Yeah, be careful here, because if you miss this plank, you'll probably die, so drop will be too high. So if you want to play it safe, go down the ladders. And then just keep dropping down, all the way to the bottom. Yep, here we go. Then come down here, come through this open archway, and then quickly get to this flower bed and put down a seed. Yeah, put down a seed here, guys, quickly. That's it. Once you put a seed down, yeah, we're going to be dying in a second. Yeah, we are going to be dying. So, I just want to use all my echoes. You could go back and collect them, but it's just going to save me a journey of like a minute, I guess. So yeah, I'm just going to use the seed. I'm just going to level up one more time to get rid of all my echoes. And when it comes to Light Reaper, with all his different spawn locations, I'm not sure what you would do with Iron Man, because you can't die to him, because, well, I don't think you'd be able to. Unless it counts this as a scripted death, and you're kind of okay. Something I might have to test when we get onto the DLC trophies. But anyway, guys, yeah, save your game. Make sure you've used all your echoes, then come over here. The Light Reaper will spawn. This is his second location, as long as you didn't kill him in the first. And then let him kill you. That's all you need to do, just let him kill you. That's it. So as you can see, there are my echoes, and because I don't have any, I'm not going to go back to collect them. But if you had quite a lot, yeah, go back up there. He'll not spawn again. Once he dies that Light Reaper, that's it. He'll move on now to location 3. But we need to make sure we progress his kind of appearances still. Right, and then once you spawn back, make our way to the next area, guys. We're going to make a save and leave it there for this video. So make your way past this guy. Yeah, excuse me. And climb this ladder. We're going to be heading into lower calrath next, and I get another lamp bearer here. Yeah, this is where I got my 4th one in this video. Another lamp bearer. Again, another easy enemy. I think these are lamp bearers from people in their new game play on their very first playthrough, because these enemies shouldn't be killing you on your second. Yeah, so that's lamp bearer, and up here, guys, is stigma. You need to get a stigma. This is related to Paladin's quest line, Paladin Isaac, which you need to do. So get that stigma. Yep, this enemy killed him somehow. This player. So yeah, I just got on Buscaring, and the wooden Dark Crusader cross, that was from that stigma. That's why it's very, very important you get that stigma, guys. For the wooden Dark Crusader cross, and of course the Buscaring. And then I got the plucked eyeballs from killing that lamp bearer. And then rest at the save point, guys. Vestige of Sebastian. And then that's it, ready for the next video. So I'll leave it there for that one, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in part 20.